So I'm going to show you how I use Loopnet to find investment properties. I do investment properties on the side. I make most of my money online, but instead of putting it into stocks and bonds and things like that, I put it into multifamily real estate. The return is better. I like having assets, and it's much easier. You can make great money, and it's just basically setting up, almost like your own retirement plan. So basically, I go to multifamily here. I just put in zip code. I don't live here, but check off multifamily. I usually buy under a million. I am not using the premium one right now. I zoom out, and there we go. So then, one of the things I like to do is right off the side of the screen, I'm sorting it. Um, One of the things they don't have a lot of information on here, as in like rents, cap rate, expenses. So I don't I don't actually buy properties off of here. I look to see who's selling them, contact those real estate agents, and then see what properties they have and they want to show me. This doesn't have everything on the MLS. Um, so if you're doing your own research, go to the MLS, see the multifamilies there. Come to Loopnet. Loopnet has a lot of the bigger stuff, the you know 20 units, 100 units, things like that. Commercial is great for Loopnet. I don't do commercial because I just prefer it the other way. The loans are easier. I can get more money with multifamily as long as I stay 4 units. You got to think. So I'm in New York. 4 units could cost 500 to 700,000. When you're out of New York, I mean, you could probably get 20 units for 800,000, or 10 units. So then you're going to need, they consider it commercial, so you need a commercial loan. The rates are a little bit different in how the loan is structured. So I'll make another video about that. But I basically look on here. So say I find, just do cap rate high and low. So just looking at some of these places. For argument's sake, I use this one. I use this one in another video. I'll just contact the broker, and say, hey, I saw your listing. This is what it is. I'm not that interested in that listing, but what else do you have? Because most of the times, if they have this listing, they have a couple more just like it. So that's a great place to really start looking. I mean, you can look on here for certain things like I'm not big into buying these houses and that they basically turn in. I'm not into two families either. Two family is great if it's your first property. You want to buy something that will just the renter will help pay the rent and everything like that, and you're basically living there for free. I'm buying it as a pure investment, so it's not really my thing. I like to buy units that look like a garden style apartment. Let me just change this, and I'll show you the style that I like to look for. I don't know if it actually refreshed. Let me sort by yeah, so it's like that's what I'm looking for, like an actual apartment style housing. These are meant for 4 units, 5 units. It's not turned into something. Like it definitely like cap rate of 3.9. Don't buy. Look for something that's like 7 plus. Higher the better. And this is really just to figure out what brokers are players in your area. That have listings. They're just not some kid that has no listings and is just trying to get his foot in the door. You want to talk to somebody who has pocket listings, which are they're not out in the public. He just knows that it's for sale. Um, those are the ones you want. You want things that nobody's really looked at. And the only way you're going to do that is by networking, talking to brokers. You got to let them know you're for real. You don't just show up there and you know, and say, oh, I want to, I've never bought anything before, but I want to buy, a $2 million property. Bring a proof of, sometimes you get pre-approved. That's something they want to see before you start putting offers in. If you show them you're pre-approved for like, whatever it is, they'll take you serious. And, talk to them. They've been in this business before. So you definitely want to reach out. They'll give you some help. And then basically, you just click on one of these, see what it is. I like to buy properties that already have people in them. That's something I like. So this is 4 units, 470,000. So it's a legal 3. Mixed use means that there's a commercial piece in there somewhere. It's commercial and residential. I do not know the area, but once you find the place, like this is Inwood, then your best bet is to go like to apartments.com and see if there's a lot of supply in that area, or there isn't many places for rent, which means it's a good spot. People are renting. Well, yes and no. If you go to a high end area, most likely people aren't renting there either. But if you know of places that are renting, go to apartments.com and see how many are actually on the market. If there's a ton, well, maybe that's not for you. Or if yours has like 2-3 bedrooms, look how many 3 bedrooms are on the market and how fast they go, rather than just jumping into that. So, this is pretty much it. And then, I definitely contact the broker, Stacy, so see what she has to say. You definitely want to get a lot more information than they provide here. But this is a good place to start, and then you do your own research, see what's out there, what others are going for. You look at the comps in the area, and just go from there. If you have any questions, put them at the bottom of the video. Like the video if you like it. I'll get back to you, the best I can. If you have a question, I could point you to somebody. I definitely will. And good luck on getting your first investment property.